So are you ready for a run through the lowlands of Judah? Let's go. The lowlands of Judah, also called the Shephelah in Hebrew, is an area or a region that's situated between the hill country of Judah to the east and the Philistine plain or the coastal plain to the west. I'm running out here. It's June 1st. It's a nice sunny day on the warm side, but to be here and to run these lowlands is always a great experience. I'm running in an area near the Adullam Valley. It's right near Gezer, an Old Testament site that's mentioned in the Bible a few times. We're passing lots of the fields that have been harvested already, the wheat fields. We're looking west actually towards the Mediterranean Ocean or the sea. I found this farmer's path here in this part of the area. The site in front of me actually is an unidentified archaeological tell. We're not sure which one it is, but there you can see the high peak of this tell or ancient mound. There are over 100 archaeological sites here in Israel. This one has yet been identified. Here you can see the beautiful wheat fields. Harvest has just come last month. Typically in May. Of course, the rains for the year are over. And it won't rain, really any chance of rain at all until maybe October, if the early rains come. But this area of the lowlands, or the Shephelah, served as a buffer zone in biblical times between those who were living on the coast, such as during the time of the Judges, and of course through the reigns of Saul and David and Solomon. The Philistines lived there. The Philistines lived in 5 primary cities. It's actually mentioned in the Bible. Cities of Ekron and Gath, a little inland from the Mediterranean Sea, as well as Ashdod, Ashkelon, and Gaza. We're climbing actually to the top of this tell, we'll get a good view from here. Again, this ancient site has not been excavated, and we're not even sure if it is to be connected to a biblical city mentioned in the scriptures. Let's pause here and take a look at this panoramic view, looking down to the Ajalon Valley. It's where, according to Joshua chapter 10, the sun stood still for a day, an extra day, when Joshua was chasing his enemy. These lowlands are defined by 5 particular valleys. As we just saw, the Ajalon Valley is the valley most north in direction here in the Shephelah. Next valley to the south is the Sorek Valley. The city of Beit Shemesh is located right on that valley. Story of the Ark of the Covenant returning from the Philistines. It's a story mentioned in 1 Samuel chapter 6. The next valley to the south here in the Shephelah, the lowlands, is the Elah Valley. The Elah Valley is where David fought Goliath. The story is mentioned in 1 Samuel 17. Goliath actually came from the city of Gath, located at the western edge of the Elah Valley. It was all about controlling the valley in this natural route that led to the area of the Judean hill country and Bethlehem in specific. Of course, David, armed with only 5 little stones, defeated and actually killed Goliath. The next further south valley is the valley of Maresha, or Beit Gavrim. It's where the prophet Micah was from in the days of the Old Testament. And finally, the valley furthest to the south here in the lowlands is the valley of Lachish. An Old Testament site is located there called Lachish. We know that during the days of Joshua, the king of Lachish was one of the 5 kings that fought against Joshua. Later on, it would become an Israelite city, technically occupied by Judeans during the divided kingdom. King Rehoboam would fortify it and actually build a palace on top. It was a double-walled city, but the Assyrians, under the leadership of Sennacherib, would surround the city and conquer it and exile many Judeans back to Nineveh. But its final destruction came at the hands of the Babylonians in about 587 or 586 BC. So the hills of the lowlands of Judah. It's a beautiful area. We're going to be running through not only these wheat fields, but avocados, olives, all these trees that bear much fruit today. these fruits, these trees are not yet ready. Typically in the fall is when they will be harvesting these avocado trees and eventually the olive trees. So thanks for joining me for this run through the lowlands of Judah. We're walking in a region no doubt occupied and inhabited by people living in the days of the Bible. Wow, that was exhausting.